you see some white stuff on my face? It's not what you think. Why did I say that? It's for my acne scar, okay? I just want to look pretty. That's all. Alright. WandaVision. So WandaVision is the first Marvel series on Disney Plus. Right from the start, we all know it was going to be weird. It was going to be something very different, right? Unlike anything we've seen from the MCU. You know, we saw that in the trailer. You know, we saw the interviews. They were all talking about it. And we went in knowing it's going to be different. And I would say that the first 5 or 6 episodes, they were definitely weird. Very weird. And this is where I give, Kevin Feige and Marvel Studio and all the creators of WandaVision so much credit, because this is a huge risk, right? The Marvel, the MCU formula is something that is so successful on the big screen that, going away from it it's just so risky, and you just don't know if the audience is gonna respond to it, positively. In my opinion, I think it pays off big time, because WandaVision is probably one of my favorite TV show this year. I know it's early, but so far this is the one show to beat, in my opinion, right? So we all know that the show is gonna be very similar to sitcoms from the past, the 80s, the 90s, and all that, right? 50s, 60s, 70s, really, really old sitcoms, black and white, laugh track, very limited camera angles and all that kind of stuff. It looks very theater, right? And I was so impressed by the production design, because I know it is not easy to go from one era of sitcom to another. Just next episode, 70s and 80s next episode, and the 90s next episode is not easy. The set is gonna be different. The way they film the episode is gonna be different. The actors themselves, I'm going to get to them later, because I have so much to say about the performances. But just in creating that world and make them, believable. And you look at it and, it looks like sitcom from the 80s or the 90s. And it's just so amazing. Like the fact that they pull it off so well. It's so beautiful to see, right? Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, they return as Wanda and Vision, respectively. And let me just say that if these two don't get an Emmy nomination, right, I'm literally gonna rage tweet the entire day. For 24 hours, I'm gonna rage tweet non-stop. I'm not joking, right? You guys know when I'm joking and when I'm not. This is me being 100% serious. If Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, if these two don't get an Emmy nomination, I am going to rage tweet for 24 hours straight, nonstop. You have my word. And it kind of goes back to the the different eras of sitcom, and how the actors, they have to act like, well, first of all, they got to act like their character, right? Elizabeth Olsen, she has to act like she's Wanda Maximoff. And Paul Bettany, he has to act like he's the Vision. But it's the same character in different settings. It's really hard, as an actor. Like, I just can't even imagine just how difficult that was for them to do that, right? In one episode, you gotta act like, okay, I'm in the 50s. And then the next episode, you're playing the same character, yes, but just different everything, different setting, different way to look at the camera, or different blocking, and different everything, right? Different aesthetic, and you gotta talk a certain way, you gotta act a certain way. It's really difficult. I'm an actor, I know that, so I know what I'm saying. And you guys know how, like, when we talk about, we talk about budget, right? How movies, they have bigger budgets, and TV usually lower budget. So the special effects and the whatever, right? It doesn't look quite as good as the big budget Hollywood movie. Everything that Disney's been doing with, Mandalorian and now WandaVision. And they don't look cheap. And I know it's Disney we're talking about. Disney, they have money. Like, I get it. They have the money. They have the resources, right? But you got to use that money in a certain way. You got to use them smartly. We saw Mandalorian, and we know that show looks amazing. And now WandaVision, right? I watched the fight scene, and I watched the special effects heavy stuff, and they just don't look bad. None of them look cheap. They don't look like they were made for TV. That's the problem, right? They look just as good as the movies. So that's that got me thinking. Okay, if Disney, with this type of money, can make TV shows that look this good, where is the competition, right? I mean, if you want to bring in Netflix, if you want to bring in HBO, I'm sorry, but Game of Thrones, they don't look quite as good, right? The Game of Thrones, the Stranger Things, good fucking shows, They don't compete, visually. They don't. I don't know. What do you guys think? You know what's my favorite thing about WandaVision? I love a lot of things about WandaVision, but my absolute favorite thing about WandaVision is taking things from the MCU and make them just the little things, the background characters, the side characters, and bring them in here and make them likable. Jimmy Woo, out of nowhere, became a fan favorite character. I didn't see that coming. Nobody saw that coming, right? And now, you go on TikTok, everybody's simping for Jimmy Woo, right? And as an Asian actor, that's a big W. Kat Denning as Darcy, she was okay in the Thor movies, but, nobody really misses her in Thor 3, Ragnarok. She came back in WandaVision, and I like her in WandaVision. I want to see more of Darcy in WandaVision or in other, Marvel stuff. They introduces a new character, Monica Rambeau. I know she was in Captain Marvel, but she was like a little kid. But the new character, I like them too. I want to see more of Monica Rambeau. I want to see her in Captain Marvel too. I want to see her, interacting with other MCU heroes, because I think she's a really, really cool character. So now I got a reason to look forward to Captain Marvel 2, because I want to see more of Monica Rambeau. Without going into any spoiler, I'm going to talk about the finale, because for whatever reason, people, the fans, they seem to be disappointed. Some of them seem to be very disappointed with the finale. Here's what I gotta say. You motherfuckers, you guys don't learn. You guys don't learn. All the fan theories and all the stupid fan theories, right? They like 2%, maybe 1% of them come true, right? Like why are we still doing this? Like why are we, building up this whole fake fictional scenario in our heads? Like this guy Mephisto, like this character is Mephisto, and Quicksilver is gonna return, and Magneto is gonna be here, the Fantastic Four is gonna be here. Like, you built up this whole fan fiction in your head, right? And the expectation was like off the fucking roof, and then you saw the finale, none of that came true, and then you're like, oh my god, this is so disappointing. Like, guys, come on, grow up, right? The finale was amazing. It was emotional. It was action-packed. It wrapped up the story. It set up, future stuff for the MCU. And, it gave Wanda the closure that the character deserved, right? This whole show was never about introducing the X-Men. This show was never about introducing the Fantastic Four. This show was never about bringing in Mephisto. This show was about Wanda and Wanda alone. This show is about how she deals with her loss. This show is about grief, and at the end of it, she figured it out. That's the show. Okay, this is a Wanda Maximoff show. It is not Fantastic Four. It is not X-Men. It's none of that bullshit. Okay, fuck your fan theories. Okay, WandaVision, season 1, or WandaVision the series. I don't know if this is gonna be like a serial or is it gonna be like a one-off thing. It was dope. I'm glad that I watched it. I would gladly watch it again. It is a beautiful story of a character who is broken and is looking for ways to deal with that grief, that loss, and she hurt some people along the way. She hurt herself along the way, but she found a solution at the end. She found some closure at the end, and I thought that was beautiful, beautifully told. The acting was phenomenal. Elizabeth Olsen, Paul Bettany, they are so fucking good. It's kind of crazy, and I'm gonna give WandaVision 9 out of 10. If you got a chance to watch WandaVision, let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you enjoy my review, hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this. And with that being said, stay lit, stay smooth, stay hydrated. I'll see you soon.